Salomon versus Salomon and Company Limited, 1897. One of the most significant cases in corporate law history is Salomon versus Salomon and Company Limited. This landmark judgment laid the foundation for the principle of separate legal personality, the idea that a company is its own legal entity, distinct from its shareholders. Facts of the case. Aaron Salomon was a successful boot and shoe manufacturer. For many years, he ran his business as a sole proprietor. In 1892, he decided to incorporate it into a limited company called Salomon and Company Limited. Salomon himself held 20,001 out of 20,007 shares, while the remaining shares went to his wife and 5 children. The company bought his existing business for £39,000. As payment, Salomon received cash, shares, and debentures, which made him a secured creditor with a floating charge over company assets. But soon the company went into financial trouble and faced liquidation. The assets were not enough to pay all creditors. The unsecured creditors argued that Salomon should be personally responsible for the debts, claiming the company was just a sham or his agent. Legal issue of the case. The key question before the courts was, is the company truly a separate legal entity or just a concealment for Salomon's business? Should Salomon be personally liable for the company's debts? At first, the trial court and the Court of Appeal sided with the creditors. They said the company was just a myth and that Salomon should be personally liable. But the House of Lords, the highest court, unanimously reversed those decisions. They ruled that the company was properly incorporated under the law. It was a separate legal person, distinct from Salomon, even if he controlled it. As a shareholder, his liability was limited to his investment, and as a secured creditor, his debenture rights were valid, meaning he was entitled to repayment before unsecured creditors. This ruling established the cornerstone of modern corporate law, that is the doctrine of separate legal personality. It gave rise to the principle of limited liability, encouraging entrepreneurship and the growth of big businesses. However, the case also highlighted risks of misuse. Over time, courts have developed exceptions where the corporate veil can be lifted, for instance, in cases of fraud or abuse of the corporate form. So, Salomon versus Salomon is not just a case, it's the foundation of corporate law worldwide. Without it, modern business as we know it would not exist. Like, share, and subscribe for more law cases summaries.